We're here to bring attention to a shameful chapter in America's history. The sad thing is the chapter is not over. America is supposed to stand for something. We still have people who come to this country to escape some horrific circumstance in their country, or economic stability, or freedoms. Some of my ancestors helped establish this country. My other ancestors were here long before the new immigrants. My ancestors should be rolling in their graves knowing what has happened to the revolutionary experiment that they created. We are violating women and children's rights every day in this country, and we do it through a system that we purport to have as a fair system. We like to hold our judicial system up as a model of democracy. In reality, it has become something else, particularly in the family courts. That is also spreading out to other areas as well. This is a country that has now facilitated and enabled people who beat other people, oftentimes smaller than themselves, called children. This country is enabling, or the system is enabling, the sexual abuse of people by other people, children mostly. This system is facilitating the trafficking and pornography creating business. 60% of the child pornography comes out of the United States. It's created here. There are a lot of people running pedophile rings and pornography rings under the radar. Oftentimes, these are their own children. They are going to the family court system, going against the protective parent and the mother, in the face of evidence. They are getting custody of their children. They are raping their children. They are prostituting their children. They are filming their children. So for those of you who think pornography is not a problem, that it's just an activity, it's kind of normal, I tell you it is not. These children are brutalized and violated on film. They continue, even after these children grow up. This footage is out there. If you watch this, if you pay for this, you are aiding and abetting the commission of a crime against a child. This is black and white. There's no maybes, there's no ifs, ands. The family court system is facilitating this. There is funding coming from the government that has been misappropriated and is funding people who like to pose as fathers but are pedophiles and batterers. So in this country right now, you can rape your child, you can beat your wife, and you can prevail in the court of law, and all evidence is ignored. You can have a record of history an arm long. It doesn't matter. We need to investigate why judges are getting away with this. Why are we facilitating this? The average American citizen is not aware of this. This material is not getting printed openly in newspapers. It's very hard to get this publicized. But this connects with the sexual assaults on campus. This connects with the sexual assault in the military. It's finally rearing its head. Many of us have known this for years. This is an open secret. Finally now, last week, the White House acknowledged this problem on campuses. If a parent went to orientation on a university campus and was told that there's a 1 out of 5 chance that their child's laptop would have been stolen, these parents would have been quite angry and said, "What are you going to do about it?" to the administrators. But these parents don't know that there's a 1 out of 5 chance that their daughters will be raped on campus. And nothing will be done. It will be covered up. They will not get the assistance they need. And rapists will continue to be allowed to walk on campus. It is the same thing in the military. We had bills trying to be put through. It is the same thing in the family courts. Child rapists are allowed to go to PTO meetings in your schools with your children. There are child rapists and pedophiles who have custody of the children they are raping. The protective parent, mostly the mothers, are kept from the schools, they're kept from soccer events, they're kept from concerts, they cannot see their children, they're removed from church events, and the rapist is still walking around with these children. And if you have a sleepover, that house that your child may be going to for a sleepover registries. That's not true. Those registries are for people who have been convicted. And very small percentage of abusers go to court and are prosecuted, and an even smaller percent go to jail. Recently, you may have heard about the DuPont family member who was convicted. He acknowledged that he was raping his 3-year-old daughter. He got convicted. The judge refused to send him to jail because he might not fare well. When a judge comes to that conclusion and fails to uphold the law, we need to remove those judges. We need to look at why this judge is not upholding the law and doing something that is violating the child's safety. Why is that man walking around? Why are any of these other predators walking around? They are predatories. They're predatorial, and your child is at risk. Your family is at risk. It is in your interest, as well as anyone else, to learn about this topic and to act on your citizens' rights, to get the information, to audit your family courts, audit your state government. Where is the money going?